Hello, I thought I might share one of my other favourite interests, being running. So I've been doing quite a few park runs, up to about 17, 18 now. You can check me out on the parkrun.New Zealand website there. You can see all these different people, you type in and you can see all their different results, the different venues that they go to, what's their PB at each venue. And you can find out some really fascinating data. So I thought I'd take a look at all the park runs across New Zealand this week, which occurred back on Saturday. It's a weekly event at 8 AM. It's free to join, so you might as well join. But at the moment, of course, it's only in New Zealand, as with the virus situation, we're able to have complete freedom, which not many countries do have that freedom. So that's why there's like 21 other park runs across the world, including Australia and the US, Canada and such, and they have not been able to restart yet. So very unfortunate for you guys, but hopefully that takes place sooner rather than later, but in a safe manner. So I'll go through the different venues and name the people that did end up winning the respective venues for this week there, the times that they get, and how far ahead of second place they were, the number of entrants, and what their overall PB of all time is in the 5k park run. Only the ones that you can actually able to search up, of course. And feel free to give me other ideas. You want me to name fastest woman, or look at particular people in general, or different venues in history, and we can take a look at all sorts of different data, but give me some ideas. So for Anderson, there was an unknown winner. You get a few of these where you don't turn up with your park run tag logo to get scans, the barcode should say, and that enables to identify you, get put for a machine, and that's how they're able to upload all the results accordingly. But if you just turn up there just by yourself, then you're not able to get names, so you just get to unknown and unknown time. So we're not going to count those people that do happen to technically win it. We're going to say that James Park won this event, even though he got second place, but we know his time, he turned up with the barcode, so got to give a lot more credit to those people. There's very first park one as well too, so big moment all around. 18:51, of course, his PB, and 14 seconds ahead of second place. Just 56 people turned up to Anderson. And Balcutha, the winner was Mark Olsen Fairland with a time of 21:56, 2 minutes 50 seconds ahead of second place as well too. So pretty rare to win with that sort of time, but maybe Balcutha is the place to go if you want to win one of the races. 21:22 is his fastest time there, so not too far off, and he's pretty loyal to Balcutha, been there 33 out of his 34 park runs. Next up at Balcutha, we had Sean Ryan winning with 18:22, 48 second winning margin, 156 people there. His best time was 17:55. And he's really loyal as well too. 161 out of 165 park runs at Balcutha. Next up in Blenheim was Edwin Massey with a time of 20 minutes and 12 seconds. No PB with just the 2 park runs, and both times being at Blenheim. A minute and 1 second ahead of second place, and 34 people turned up at Blenheim. Next up at Cambridge, we had Paul Stinton with a time of 20 minutes 35 seconds, 1 minute 11 winning margin, 64 people, his PB of 19 minutes 05, and he's done the Cambridge 40 times out of his 53 park run adventures. At Cornwall, we had Samuel Kinnage Walden with a time of 17:24, a minute 51 seconds ahead of second, and this was the most popular venue of the week with 265 people. So a big shout out to all those people that attended there. 16:30 though is his PB, and 27 out of 28 being at Cornwall. And Dunedin, the winner was Finn Molloy with a time of 18:10, a minute 17 seconds ahead of second place. I believe his PB is 16:36, so very fast winner there. And being at Dunedin, 2 of his 11 park runs. In East Ends, the top 2, very annoyingly, was unknown. So we have to say that actually Sam Yemon gets the winning time with 18:32, a 9-second winning margin, 18:10 his best time, and that was just his second time at East End of 54. So change of venue is always good to mix it up, keep it interesting. In Flaxmere, we had Brad Shemaine with a winning time of 19:42, 13-second winning margin, 19:28 being the PB. 45 people turned up at Flaxmere. He's done 2 park runs overall, and it looks like I missed that if it's 2 out of 2 potentially for Flaxmere, I guess. And Foster, one of the venues that I turned up to, which I did the previous week, when I ended up coming in second place, unfortunately, against Hannah. I was 10 seconds behind, so pretty close. But the winner, Dan Bennett, he's a really regular person at Foster. He was there when I was there. He got 3rd place, but this time not as much competition. He's pretty popular in terms of winning this event numerous times, and he did so in 19 minutes 26 seconds this time. 34 of 114 being at Foster though, but a lot more in recent times. And 16:31 is the margin he's managed to do before, 57 seconds ahead of seconds, and only 58 people turned up at Foster. In the Gisbourne, we had Tom Ward with a time of 20 minutes on the nose, 34-second winning margin, 19 minutes 32 PB, 37 people turned up, and he's been there 13 out of his 14 park runs. And the Greytown Woodside, Flynn Wegester turned up with a time of 18:21, a minute 55, easy win here, 18:06 his PB, 45 of his 48 being at Greytown, 45 people turned up at that particular venue. The next one, Hagley, the winner was Keegan Nathaniel Chin with a time of 18:01, no PB for him, and 16 seconds ahead of second, which was me. I turned up at Hagley, got second, so darn you Keegan Nathaniel Chin, that denied me my first win at Hagley, so I have to settle for second place one other time. 238 people turned up, 54 of the 61 ones have been at Hagley. Next up at Hamilton Lake, we had Joanne Como, 18:15, 1-second victory, and that was the very first time he turned up at Hamilton Lake of us 108 park runs there, so hopefully enjoy the experience, and winning it is all the worthwhile as well too. 17:47 his PB, 218 people turned up. In Invercargill, we had Cheyenne Patel, 7 out of 7 for Cheyenne, 17:41 winning time, 2-minute 57 winning margin, 16:58 PB, and 91 people turned up in Invercargill. Next up, Kapiti Coast. This is a venue I managed to attend one time on my travels. This time it was Oscar Edhard's 19:07 winning time, 2 out of 4 for Kapiti Coast he's attended. He won reasonably comfortably, a minute 18 margin, 18:03 he managed to get to before. 95 people turned up at Kapiti Coast. Next up, Lower Hutt, the fastest one of the week, Jonathan Quickmore being with a C, but if you put it with a Q it makes a lot more sense, because he was quick, he was fast, he did the job. 15:37, a new PB as well too, so big round of applause for him there. A minute 13 ahead of third place, because second place was unknown. 244 people turned up there as well too, so very popular venue. In Millwater, we had Troy Howell, 1753. Oh, there was his third out of 31 Park ones and Lower Hutt for Jonathan Quickmore, just quickly. Okay, so for Troy Howell, 87 of his 91 in Millwater, 1753 winning time, 4 seconds he managed to win by. 1702 his fastest time, and 154 people turned up at Millwater. And Palmerston North, Nelson Doolan, 9 out of 9 attended, and a time of 16:46, super quickly at 2 minutes 21 winning margin. 130 people showed up. Starting to get a bit dark here, but we're getting through them. The next one being Pegasus, the other venue I regularly go to. Have managed to win it a couple of times as well too before, but Philip Lamont managing to win it. 1956, 1 second winning margin. 1948 PB, 80 people turned up. But interestingly, this is the very first time in 122 park ones he has managed to win a park one, so well done there. And Paiwura had Dallas Simpson, 3 out of 3, 1817, new PB, 24 seconds won it by, and 184 people turned up. And Purwinga had Matt Parsonage, 52 out of 59 has attended, 17 on the dot, a minute 09 winning margin, 92 people tuning up, 1650 has managed to get down to. For Queenstown, Camuel Jackson Me, 2 out of 9 attending Queenstown, 1810 was the winning time, 38 seconds managed to win it by, 1652 has somehow managed to do, and 53 people turned up in Queenstown. Unfortunately, Antapo was an unknown winner, but we're going to say that Clark Ellis won it in 1849. 21 out of 21 in Tapo, so good on him for being loyal to Tapo, but see if he mixes it up at some point. A minute 33 winning margin, 63 people turned up, 17:18 was his best time. And Tawana, Martin Collis, in a time of 1944, managed a PB, 4 seconds ahead of second place. 114 people turned up, 29 out of 31 park ones in Tawana. And Wanaka, Adam Easton, 42 out of 130, so about a third has gone to Wanaka. 2014 was the winning time, a minute 23 ahead of second. 56 people turned up, 17:47 is best time ever. Western Sweens, James Parker, 6 out of 23, 17:41, new PB, 3 seconds ahead of seconds, and 179 people. And last up, the new venue as well too. It's only their third park one. They decided to be a new venue since the beginning of the post-lockdown series. And Whanaway Riverbank, we had an unknown winner, really annoying stuff. So John T. Tribe, his first ever park one, won it in 1922, a minute 22 ahead of second, and 58 people attended. Interestingly, in Whanaway Riverbank, we just have 4 people that's gone to those 3 park ones since their beginning, being Graham Cotts, David Malsop, Jeff Smith, and Steph Lard. So feel free to get in voting on who you think's going to last the longest. I've gone for Steph Lard, and Graham Cotts has also just done 3 park ones ever. David Malsop has done 11, Jeff Smith has done 48, if you're wondering. But that concludes this video there. Hopefully you enjoy it, something a bit different. If you want me to keep going with it, feel free to let me know. If there's any other different details you want me to take a look at, discuss my races, how I managed to get into seconds, or how I managed to win yesterday, 10k one in Sumner, feel free to let me know. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe.